Is your focus solely on the Buffalo Bills if we keep hearing stories about how other teams want to hire him?
Depends.
Came out with the safety off.
Are the Bills trying to hire him?
216-474-0092. Well, Joe Brady is their offensive coordinator, right? Joe Brady might get a head coaching job somewhere. I think Michigan fans are talking about him. I think NFL fans are talking about him in some level. Well, could you see Kevin Stefanski as the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills next year? Whoa! Welcome into the show, everybody.
Steelers won again, Kenny.
It's usually cold in here, so I'm gonna cool off. I'm gonna take off a layer here and just be a little bit cooler.
Well, Kenny, that's when the Browns lose. Cooler heads need to prevail.
Take off my jacket here and just.
Oh no! Look at Kenny.
Cooler.
Look at Kenny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow!
I don't know what you're talking about. What's the matter?
It's a clean.
Cold.
It's a clean
I'm
look.
hot.
It's a clean
I'm
look.
hot. What are you
I gotta
talking
say,
about?
for those
I'm hot.
For those not watching on YouTube Live,
I'm hot. It's warm in here. Usually it's cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, new gear has arrived.
It's hot. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Did they send you anything else? You got joggers? You got
I don't know.
Any boxer briefs?
No, I ain't got nothing like that. Oh, you're talking about my new hoodie.
Yes, Kenny's decked out. He has the goodbye Iowa State, hello Penn State.
I'm not saying goodbye to them clothes. Them clothes are staying. Yeah, you got a lifetime contract with me. Zach Jackson was already making hey, when's the Streetsboro Goodwill open up with all those extra large Iowa State hoodies? I go, you ain't getting them. I ain't giving them to charity. They're staying right there at my house.
Did you have?
They've had all the gussets put into them.
Oh boy, not the gussets. Did you have Toledo stuff?
No, I have Streetsboro stuff.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about wait, which? No, I never did. I never did. But I mean,
budget was different.
I don't know. What do you mean? What was different?
Toledo's budget was different.
Yeah, now this budget's a little bit.
How do we feel? And he's got the hat, ladies and gentlemen. He just threw on the hat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just, I'm just a guy who likes to complete the look. Is what I'm trying to do. That's all.
I mean, he now does look like the offensive line coach at Penn State.
That's what I was going to look up. The previous coaching staff and who was that size and whose stuff are you currently wearing?
So, can I tell? It's been a long time since I told that story. The first ever hoodie I had from Iowa State was actually one issued to Mark Mangino. And it had his name on the tag. And I was like, you guys, this is one of the greatest fat jokes I've ever been a part of. Thank you very much.
Ken looks like the interim Michigan coach right now.
But I call him Biff Carmen.
What are you trying to say?
It's a good look. It's good. What would it have taken for you to join the staff? How much money?
What staff?
What would if you'd moved to Happy Valley, take the kids, because you guys are rooted there. You're in Streetsboro. You guys have spread your wings. You're now an integral part of the community.
What would I do?
Yeah, something. There's always so many jobs. I mean, think about the people on Michigan staff over the years.
Oh, you couldn't be a defensive quality control guy? Come on.
Oh, I could be a get back coach.
Not enough money, though.
A kick-ass
Not
get-back
enough money.
coach.
They got to find the money. I mean, if he wouldn't move to Milwaukee for 3 times the salary,
it would be. Well, I mean, but football is a passion, and I am a football guy. I mean, I don't know the special teams rules that well. Apparently, yesterday, thank God, I didn't go rip it on Gage Larvidan.
Well, the rules are stupid.
I've never been so thankful I didn't rip a guy in my life than not ripping Gage Larvidan, because he would have called me out, and that would have been a thoroughly embarrassing moment. I have other thoroughly embarrassing moments. I can't say, because it would probably be at least what I make now, and I'm not going to tell you what I make now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know what
maybe a little bit more. You have no idea how much I make.
Yeah,
I don't know how much you make.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
No, I don't.
Mike's off?
No, not Mike's off. I'm not telling you any of that. I don't want to hear what you make.
Write it down on a piece of paper and slide it over.
You know what? We'll put it in the same envelope that has the future Browns coaches on it.
Where's the list? Here's the list.
He's
I got the list right here. Glad you brought this up.
Now, wait a second. Do you have to take one of the names out of that envelope since he got hired at Penn State?
Oh, no. This is technically list number 2. This is technically the second list.
You didn't tell us you swapped out the first list.
I had to up. 2 of the names got a different job. What am I supposed to do?
Why didn't we do
I
an
can't keep an
unboxing?
old list if somebody dies.
Do you have that other envelope?
No, because there's other names still on it. I have a screenshot of it, but I'm not going to give it to you because then I'm going to give away the list. I'm not going to give away the list.
Did you just throw that list away, or did you Viking funeral send that thing out and set it on fire and throw it out in the ocean?
That was a way better idea. I should have done that. Actually, I balled it up in a piece of paper and threw it in the waste paper basket and missed, and then Mitch came and picked it up later.
So Mitch has...
What a guy. Because I guarantee you the next guy who does that job ain't going to do it for me. Good on Mitch.
How are the cameras picking up the new colors?
Hopefully
Kenny?
Pretty well.
The complexion, everything
Hopefully
okay?
pretty well. Yeah, I wonder if I probably don't look as good in blue as I do in black. Black is slimming. That's why black is my favorite color. Probably don't look as good.
Did you get a golf polo?
No.
So you're saying you'll never be at the whiteout?
No. I will not.
You got to go to
Wait a minute. Why wouldn't I be at the whiteout?
Well, if black's slimming, what is white?
Yeah, I'm going to look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But, you deal with it. That's how it goes. You got to do it. So, what are you going to do?
Boy, the show's going to have a whole new look now. It's going to be bizarre. You're wearing Penn State stuff. I'm going to be wearing Big Baller Brand still.
Now we're getting text by my boss. I can't even read on the air. Come on, guys. That's enough. That's enough. Come on, have some couth, have some decorum here. I got my list here. I wanted to get into this. I heard something on the way in today, and this is gonna sound like it's gonna sound like an endorsement to hold on to the current regime. It's not. I told you yesterday. I stand by it. I don't call for people to be let go, and I won't do it. But I can't stand in the way anymore. And you could say, well, I've had plenty of people text me and say, Ken, that's a bitch move. And I said, okay, fine, but I'm just going to hold myself accountable to it. So if that's a move,
me do this, you bitch.
If that's the move, then that's the move. And guys, I'm not going to. I didn't do it for a guy who literally hated me. I'm not going to do it for a guy I actually like. Okay, but there's plenty of guys I like where it's like the runs come to their end, and. I am not looking. Obviously, we have to do it. I think that this run has come to an end with everybody, and I have to stand by it. I think that Sunday was the Waterloo in so many ways. But I was driving in, and I heard a different radio station that I was listening to on the free Odyssey app. And they have, they are overnight all around. And I was listening to them have their conversation about their coaching change. And who they're looking for, and this, that, and the other. And I immediately became depressed. I mean, it's 4:15 in the morning, and I am on 271, and I am just like, oh, my gosh, I forgot how much this sucks. So I'm listening. Well, I got to tell you who it is. I'm listening to FAN, and they're getting calls about not Mike Kafka. They know Mike Kafka isn't going to be the head coach, and who could be the head coach, and the names they're naming. And I'm going to tell you right now, they are not on this list. At least I don't think. I might not remember, but they are not on this list. Like, I'm listening. Chris McMonagle is the guy's name. Nice host, nice guy. I don't know him personally, so I can't say he's a nice guy, but nice host. And you want to know some of the names that got brought up?
Yeah.
Not Tom Arth. Not your list that got picked up by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, which, hey, congratulations to St. Ignatius. They found themselves a coach.
And apparently the Lorraine Morning Journal.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, there were a lot of tentacles to that one. And one athletic director.
Congratulations to what's his name again? Tom Kaufman.
Yeah. Leaving the Mid-Ohio Valley for Cleveland, Ohio, a move I made once.
Big job. Oh, yeah. So he's following the Lima footsteps. The Lima Trail. Well, congratulations.
Now he has about 7 years of being able to do whatever the hell he wants, and then, he has to make a commitment.
So are we done with posting screenshots of odds for jobs?
Yes, I cannot do that anymore.
Okay.
The fun is gone.
So the names that they brought up on WFAN for the Giants job, and I'm going, well, I think that a Giants fan is automatically going to assume, well, the Giants job is better than the Browns job, which I guess it would be right now, right? I mean, Jackson Dart can play at a high level.
It's debatable. It's debatable at this point. They're all
okay.
These teams all.
I think most people would say that the Giants job is better than the Browns job.
They probably say it, but they got their issues too.
Okay. So the names they brought up: Cliff Kingsbury. You know how I feel about him. Mike McCarthy. Two prominent names. And then it turned into any offensive head coach.
They didn't bring up Bill Belichick.
No. It was Mike McCarthy and Cliff Kingsbury, and then it became it has to be an offensive head coach. And I go, oh my gosh, it's been 6 years. I haven't done this in a long time. And here we are doing it again. And I think I'm going to be getting ready to do it again. And I'm not looking forward to it. Looking for coaches sucks. I'm not fun when it comes to this stuff, man. I'm telling you, I do not like changing out coaches. I don't like looking, because I go, okay, once you fire them, then you're admitting that everything you've done, there's been some good things, but now I have to start all over again. And you're only as good as the next guy you hire. And they've proven it before. I mean, they fired Hugh Jackson, and we were like, great, yeah, terrible, 333-1 or whatever the hell the record was, 331-1, whatever it was. And then they got Freddie, and Freddie was just completely disorganized. And so then you had to go and get Kevin a year later, and that whole situation sucked. And I don't want to go through that again.
Not to mention,
I'm going to have to because of what we're doing here, but the situation is not fun.
As of right now, things can change because obviously, we'll see what happens. Like, could the Bills fire their coach? Could the Ravens fire Harbaugh, Tomlin? Could there be a separation at the end of the year? Although they look like they could win double-digit games again. You're gonna have all of that, and then keep in mind, and this is one facet of this. Maybe some people don't care as much because you've got so much talent on there anyway. But you're gonna lose Jim Schwartz then unless you made him the head coach, because a new coach is not going to come in and have a guy from the previous staff lingering. They've already made their promises over the course of their career. Hey, I'm bringing you over. Yeah. If I come over. And so then you'd be losing the one good thing we do have, which is Schwartz, which, you have Myles Garrett, you have Denzel Ward, no matter who comes in, but we all love the job Schwartz has done.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I know. And I think that fans are going to want to give Jim Schwartz a look at it. But I don't know how realistic that is. It just seems like he doesn't get his name brought up, and he's done a great job as a defensive coordinator for the Browns over the last 3 years, and it just doesn't seem like his name gets brought up for these positions.
Which is weird.
I understand that, but it's like I'm not looking forward to this at all. It is a chore. I get nervous about this because this person will tell the tale. And I got to tell you, I'm looking for a leader of men. And so if you're telling me, I know we got the list and it's a big secret thing and it's a fun thing. I got the list here in this envelope that's sealed that right now the YouTube, we're working on it. So hopefully you'll be able to see it soon. But I have a list. I don't mean to give away everything. It doesn't need to be an offensive guy. There are defensive guys in here. I need a leader. I need a guy who can delegate because that's part of leadership. I need a guy who can hold people actually hold people accountable. Not just say it in a press conference. We need some accountability here. That's our biggest issue. I'm dead. Guys, there is talent on this football team, and you and I know it. And there is zero accountability whatsoever. And so if they're not going to hold anybody accountable, and it's left up, if you're barking at radio show hosts to hold people accountable, they have lost the plot. They've lost the plot. If you're barking at fans to hold them accountable, we're getting calls in like, I can't believe. They have lost the plot. It's not up to you. It should not be our job. You and me, the listeners, Lyman, me, the listeners, everybody. It should not be our job to hold people accountable. They should hold themselves accountable. That it should be self-accountability. And that is like the number one thing I'm looking for. Give me a leader. Give me a guy who knows what, and I'm not talking about rah-rah guys. I need a guy who knows what makes people tick and knows how to delegate issues. You need guys who definitely know the charts and definitely know the analytics and definitely know the percentages and definitely know the outcomes and probabilities. That's all true. But I need a guy who knows how a team works and knows how a team should be put together and knows how a team blends in with a season and how to pick them up, how to put them down, how to build them back up, how to do all those things. And there's a couple names in there that I think I like, and when the time comes, when they make it official, I will unseal the list. I'm not going to unseal the list until it happens. And it ain't going to happen for another 3 weeks.
Well, what stinks here is this time around, this hiring cycle, and I think what they were experiencing in New York, having the conversation you were listening to, was, unfortunately, there is no Mike Vrabel this time. There is no Jim Harbaugh.
Yep.
There's no Sean Payton.
There's no slam dunk.
I thought all three were slam dunks.
You were right. I stand down about Sean Payton. You were right. There's no slam dunk. But if you're giving me Cliff Kingsbury and Mike McCarthy for the Giants job, and that I might have to be the secondary pick of that, it's like, oh, God. Really, you couldn't win a few more games this year? You couldn't win a few more games this year. We got to do this now. You couldn't win a few more games this year,
a few less last year,
which makes me that,
or a few less the year before when they went to the playoffs. But and I know they do have the Bulls, a home and home. Over 3 days, the Bulls had lost like 8 in a row. They're terrible. But we've had we've been big favorites in a lot of these games. Oh wait, we didn't say this and nobody cared, and we're going to move on quickly from this. Darius Garland cost them the win. And this went largely unnoticed at the end of regulation against the Hornets.
Browns. Talk Browns. Stop it now.
So in the NBA, when it's under 10 seconds and you're up 3, it's just common practice now. You foul. You try to get them to use up some time, and they were like 30 feet from the basket, and Garland instead tries to draw a charge instead of fouling. The assistant coaches are signaling foul. Instead, it goes to overtime. We go scoreless and we lose the game. All our guys were gassed somehow, and we lose the game. Nobody seems to care.
I stopped paying attention halfway through what you were saying.
Most people did.
Still been looking for all those tickets I was supposed to buy to go watch it.
Well, now you just threw off
shot.
Well, now
that's a total cheap shot. I'm sorry that I was happy that Donovan Mitchell was playing like one of the best players in the league, and I thought it was fun to watch him.
Do you think still do 5-on-5 in the NBA, right?
Well, 1 out of 5 is pretty good.
Shut up and let me ask you a question.
20%.
Shut up.
That's what Lonzo Ball's shooting from the field.
Let me run the show here for a second. Shut up. Quiet. I don't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Let me ask you a question. Are the
1
Cavs?
for 5 is what he shoots for 3 for the first quarter.
I want to ask a question. Let me ask the question right now.
Go ahead.
What? I'm waiting for you guys to cut me off.
I'm not.
Are the Cavs lucky the Browns are struggling?
Yes.
216-474-0092.
Yes, they are.
If the Browns were doing really, really well, though, I still just think people would be focused on the Browns doing really, really well. The Browns are struggling mightily. So I think the Cavs would just benefit it being at the beginning of the season anyway.
I think they're benefiting from guys like me that don't care about the rest of the NBA. I care about the Cavs, but not until after football season's over. I'm into football right now.
You guys do know what tonight is, by the way.
Ooh,
you guys don't, do you?
I don't know.
Tuesday night.
See, this is the problem with your sport over there, buddy.
Okay.
With your association.
Oh, is it a cup final?
It's the cup final tonight.
Okay, the semis were awesome. The semis were awesome. All 4 teams were doing everything they could to try to win. They felt like playoff games. They were officiated like playoff games. I know most people probably just didn't watch it, but they were awesome games.
What are you talking about? I was invited to 3 different cup watch parties.
Did they play the music?
No, because
at the watch parties?
Nobody had a cup watch party.
What do you mean?
Nobody cares.
What do you mean nobody had a watch party?
Nobody cares about the cup.
Okay, are you guys excited about the Christmas Day slate of NFL games? Because they all suck now.
There's 2 things that are apparently real. There's 2 things that are not real in real life and only big on the internet.
You excited about Broncos and Chiefs?
Yeah, why not?
Of course.
Who's the quarterback for the Chiefs?
Gardner Minshew.
Actually, that might pull me.
The one guy that you've said for years, wish we had him. He'd at least be fun.
You've had some wild. You took Gardner Minshew over Baker Mayfield one time. How dare you have a spot in this studio?
I think there were 2 straight years he had better advanced numbers than Baker.
Oh, God. What are the advanced numbers based on? I can find any bit of numbers. I bet I can find numbers somehow, some way that I'm a better passer than Phillip Rivers.
You need me to run a chart?
I'm telling you.
I'll run a chart.
Which, by the way,
so fast it'll make your head spin.
Keith also pointed out that Derek Carr can't actually throw a bit.
We don't know how his recovery process is going, Keith.
Okay, whatever.
I love our boss.
I just
you guys said something stupid, so now I come
corrected.
after you.
Whoa, if you're not going to, if we're not going to correct ourselves for stupid things, fine. He can go ahead and call us stupid.
His arm can't be worse right now than what I just saw from Phillip Rivers.
Yet, I'm pointing out is that it's still the early season because I'm still having a lot of people, and we don't. This isn't even a Surfside Cavs update, guys. This isn't even that. I brought up Jalen Tyson yesterday, and I said on the internet because that's where it's real. I said on the internet that I think that Jalen Tyson is becoming one of my favorite Cavs, even though the start of the season's been clunky. I had several people line up and go, well, they've had injuries. Well, this is by design. So there's still a lot of people who are pretty understanding here. The general public, I don't think they've kind of turned their attention yet because, I don't know, how could you look away from this car wreck that's going on right now over in Berea? But I think that it's distracted a lot of people, and I think they're being rather understanding with this team. Even though I tell you, I watched on Friday night, I was fit to be tied. I about had enough. Watching that game on Friday night in Washington, they got down big, and I'm going, can we just line up and blow a team out again? I got used to it last year, and maybe I got too used to it, and then I took it for granted. But I'm going, damn, man, we're losing to Washington. Washington sucks. They're not trying to win. They're a 3-win basketball team. There's nobody in the arena right now. This wasn't even a game that was scheduled. It's like a pickup game for crying out loud. And we're losing this basketball game, and we're losing this game by double digits.
It was bad.
I started to get really angry about it. And then they came back and won. I didn't even feel good about it. And honestly, neither did my 10-year-old. He's like, oh, I'm glad they beat this team. And then on Sunday, and it's a great day, 3:30. You're playing against another terrible suck-ass basketball team. And then what do? You go out there and play terrible suck-ass basketball in the overtime. You can't even hit a shot. You go 0 for 10 and lose.
They were all like within 6 feet of the basket, too. Every single miss.
They're just pointing out.
I'd hope they throw the ball within 6 feet of the basket because those are really bad.
If the football season were already over, boy, we'd already be doing some bitching because this is just bad. Anyway.
Let's talk some Browns.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I have a Market Watch update coming up at 9:22 this morning. This isn't an endorsement of future plans. Was driving in this morning, heard WFAN, 4 a.m., listening to New York. They need a new head coach. The names that I was hearing for the Giants head coach, this is not an endorsement to keep anything going here. This has been bad. This is not good. And I think that probably both sides may need a separation after these next 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I think that's it. I think, though, that the names that are being thrown out there, this is not going to be a fun experience for anybody. I think they're probably going to make a move at the end of this year. Now, we can discuss whether or not it should be an either-or situation, fine. But I look at this and I think, man, this is not going to be a fun experience. Do you know the top 2 names that were brought up? You know the top 2 names. Folks, let me just tell you the top 2 names that were brought up by, it was Chris McMonagle who was hosting. And the names that were brought up, 1, Cliff Kingsbury. 2, Mike McCarthy. And this is supposed to be a better job. Is this or is this not supposed to be a better job than the Cleveland Browns? Unless you can argue it, then I'll just turn this into an argument. Which job is better, the Cleveland Browns job or the New York Giants job? I think a lot of people assume it's the Giants job.
How high you are on Jackson Dart, which has been very uneven. He's had awesome moments.
I got one guy who's been uneven, but has had awesome moments. I might have.
Shedeur Sanders has had awesome moments.
I might have a number 2 or number. I think they got I saw Daniel Oyefusi. I think he said 19%. I think they did the numbers, a 19% chance to get the number 1 overall pick, which is better than what a lot of people will give you. So if you got a 19% chance, maybe it's better if you believe that much in Fernando Mendoza as a head coach. But that might be the only way it's a better job. But as of December 16th, would you or would you not say that that's a better job? So we get the secondary candidates from the Giants job. We compete with Tennessee for whoever isn't Cliff Kingsbury or the non-Cliff Kingsbury or the non-Mike McCarthy. That's not going to be fun at all. Well, it doesn't mean to keep everything the status quo.
No, what'll be fun is would you want to hire another team's coach that just got fired? Could that be
maybe? But this is part of the reason I dread this stuff. Like even if Kevin and I didn't like, even if I didn't like the guy, even if I was like, nah, bad guy, don't like him. Like there was another guy I didn't get along with.
Well, I'll say every time there's a coaching pool, people don't understand this. 100% of the coaches will have flaws. And even the up-and-coming guy, his flaw is that hasn't been. He's up and coming. Like, he hasn't got the coaching experience.
Yeah.
So, there's always an easy way to call up a sports talk radio show and go, no, he's got a flaw, can't hire him. That's the easiest thing to do.
McCarthy's... I got to give him credit as a good, solid, high floor head coach.
Right? High floor? Does everybody agree with that?
I think we would reach a point where we would be sitting here saying, is he the type of guy that can get us over the hump? Even though he's won a Super Bowl, for crying out loud. He is very arrogant. He is very egotistical, but there's a lot of guys who actually...
Fake analytics guy.
That, by the way, and that's true about that. People say Kevin's egotistical. Go listen to Kevin and go listen to Mike McCarthy. That's egotistical. That's an ego on Mike McCarthy. But he's been a winner. He has been a winner. Cliff Kingsbury, I don't get it. It's great on paper. It's great on a whiteboard. There's some games where it actually looks great on tape.
He was awesome last year.
I don't get it. I never will. And if they get him, I'm going to have a sinking feeling in my heart. And I think a lot of people will,
I'd say I give him a ton of credit. Like, we went through this last week after one good half or whatever against Tennessee, where we were wondering who gets the credit for this. Is it the coach or is it Shedeur? And we said, well, guys, it's Shedeur. Shedeur gets 95% of the credit for how he played in the fourth quarter. But, there's been development there, whatever. Cliff does deserve credit. He's clearly good with quarterbacks. He clearly is a very good coach at developing skills.
As a QB coach and as a coordinator, and there's somebody to oversee him, fine. But, like, he's been where? He's been in Washington. Now, Dan Quinn hasn't handled it the very best way this year, but obviously he was a darling last year. I think Dan Quinn is a pretty good leader of men in so many ways. If he has somebody to oversee him, I think that Cliff Kingsbury doesn't get in his own way. But when he's the head coach of a football team, I think he gets in his own way. And I'll let you guys know right now that you can see us on YouTube, because you couldn't at 6 a.m., the list is in this envelope right here. His name ain't on it. His name ain't on it. I'm open to anything, because when I heard on FAN, and we will probably be in their same situation as it sits right now, it was Kingsbury, it was Mike McCarthy, and then it became any offensive coach. I don't need it to just be an offensive coach. I need a guy who can lead and can delegate and lead by delegating, that can still trust, can find the right people that he believes can help him out, put them in a position to succeed, and then oversee them and be a leader. So I'm sure there's and by the way, there is a former head coach who's been fired in this envelope. I can tell you that right now. It doesn't need to be a guy we've never seen before. In fact, I might like quite the opposite. My number one pick may be a former head coach. I don't know. I'm not going to give it away just yet. It might be quite the opposite, because I need a guy that people can respect, that we're not sitting here bitching about accountability, that we're not looking over some of this stuff, that we're not complaining about why he hasn't fired assistants yet and all this other stuff. I need somebody who holds it down.
Well, and then I wonder, too, and we will have when this happens, and I think we all know it's going to happen, that when a new coach comes in, they do what Sean Payton just did when he came into Denver. He said, goodbye, Jerry Jeudy, out. We need to.
Well, what's his contract situation?
So, that's what I'm wondering. What happens here? What are the immediate moves that get made with a new head coach here?
Wait a minute. I got to see his contract situation.
There's dead cap all over the place. Just assume this is going to be dead cap central here in Cleveland, because that's what it's going to be. Every guy, we're still paying Amari Cooper next year, I think. We're going to be paying all sorts of guys.
Cap hit.
Juan Thornhill, I think, is still getting paid next year. That's the way we do the contracts.
Oh, really? Dead cap $16 million next year.
All I'm saying is, I wonder, whoever comes in here, what those immediate moves are going to be to say, all right, you guys have been losers the last 2 years. That's what a new head coach will say when he comes in. You guys have been losers the last 2 years. You've got to go, you've got to go, you've got to go.
I think it's actually possible Jerry Jeudy wouldn't be here if he continued. If this stinks that bad and you go with a change, Jerry Jeudy might not be here.